I've visited many schools, and I've spoken to many teachers and students throughout my 2 decades in public service. There was one young teacher, she spoke about what she called "these kids syndrome," the tendency to explain away the shortcomings and failures of our education system by saying that these kids can't learn.
Charter schools are new, innovative public schools that are designed to deliver programs tailored to educational excellence and the needs of the communities they serve.
Some people may not understand the concept of charter schools. They're public schools, but they're privately run, correct?
Right. And they're an experiment. And what if we ran schools outside the district rules or union contracts, gave them the freedom to do what they wanted to do? Some have, in my opinion, have broken the sound barrier, and they can educate most of the kids. 90% of those kids often are going to college. It's mind-blowing. It's a revolution.
They're not these kids, they're our kids, all of them. We are not a these kids nation, we're an our kids nation.
My name is Keisha Matthews, and I'm the co-founder of the Great Academy. We have 5 components that we're going to use to ensure student success. Those components are virtual learning, academic improvement plans for all students, service learning, leadership and character education, and pathways to success. So our virtual learning component is actually twofold, and we call it a hybrid curriculum. And what I mean by hybrid curriculum is that we will use virtual curriculum for the core content areas, and we will use face-to-face curriculum for some of our electives. But we believe that virtual learning, that component of our curriculum, is going to be effective with students because of technology in today's world. With virtual learning, the students will be able to have access to a very highly qualified teacher in all of the main content areas, which can be very difficult for small charters. And that's why we used E2020, so that we can overcome that barrier. In addition to our virtual curriculum, all of our students will have access to a certified teacher that will be able to step in and help them in the event that within the virtual curriculum they need to back away and talk to a live person, a person that can do a small group with them to focus on a particular concept, a person that can do some one-on-one tutoring on particular concepts to help to fill in any gaps. With academic improvement plans, all students will have this plan that will guide their instruction and their path. So if I'm a student, I also have my career plan. Also within the academic improvement plan is the college planning. We want to make sure that all students have the amount of support that they need. Service learning at the Great Academy is a very important component because we believe that on top of just becoming more learned, we want our students to believe in giving back to the community. We want our students to understand the importance of not just building themselves, but improving the community around them. Leadership and character education is another important component because here at the Great Academy we feel that it is very, very important not just to be led by someone else. Students will need to learn how to lead themselves. They'll need to know how to be leaders in small groups, and to be a great leader you have to be a good follower also. We have 2 pathways to success, and students can take part in one or both of those pathways. The first pathway is a college preparatory pathway, and in that pathway students will be more focused on getting all of the required courses and everything that they'll need to be prepared for a smooth transition to college. All of our students are required to take 2 college courses, not just the minimum AP or career type courses that are required by the state, but every student has to have 2 dual credit courses. And through our dual credit partnerships with UNM, CNM, and NMSU, we'll be able to help our students achieve that. So through the college preparatory pathway, students will be more prepared for college and make a smooth transition. The other pathway is a career pathway. The purpose is to provide students with a more smooth transition from high school to the career world. And as a part of that pathway, students will take communication courses that will help them be more successful in just expressing themselves when they're out in the career world and putting their best foot forward. Another thing that goes along with the career readiness pathway is for students to understand that there may be some post-secondary training that will go along with the direction that they want to go with their career, and understanding that even though I'm moving into a career, the learning doesn't stop.
We chose to design this school around a business school model, primarily try to expose the kids to what the real world is like when it comes to acquiring a job, seeking a job, and maintaining a particular career choice. The attire, the scheduling, the communication courses, the leadership courses, all of those play into what we feel that would really help kids to acquire and develop the skills that are necessary to make themselves very attractive to a potential employer. Our goal this year is to register 120 students, 10th and 11th grade. Registration is ongoing right now. Go to the website, which is thegreatacademy.org. Fill out a letter of intent. You can either download one or you can do one electronically. Spots are filling up really fast. Because of the model, we will only accept a certain number of students, and it's right now on a first-come, first-served basis.
For the sake of these young people and everyone who will depend upon them, we must stop rationing education in America. This is the heart of the economic argument for better high schools. We better do better about giving these kids an education because it's hurting us. But there's also a moral argument, and that says we better do something about these kids not getting an education because it's hurting them.